What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be doing another tier list in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM. And this is gonna be the tier list of all of the best budget cards in the game. I've set a price at like 15k. Some of these guys might be over 15k. I'm not 1000% sure, but if some of these are a little bit over, I don't know what Bull's doing here. Some of these guys are a little bit over, that is fine. And also, other things we have, if they're available very easily. For example, all of these moments in the month pink diamonds, you can get your first one of these guys in like 45 minutes. There is no point in saying that a card you can get in 45 minutes is not a budget card. As well as that, these free locker code players, maybe you guys can't get them now, but we gotta put them somewhere. So, AK. A for AK, A for tier. Like, Andre Kurlanko has to go into A tier. He really does. Because he's still a damn good card. He is still a damn good card, lads. For me, I just think he's still one of the most slept on players in all of my team because he can still hold his own. Yeah, he can't dribble. But if you just want to run him a small forward, he can still play. He can still play for a lot of decent teams. S tier, Arvida Sabonis. Like, if we're talking about a guy potentially being used competitively for 7,000 for 5 to 7,000 MT, I don't know. I really don't know if you can get anyone else like other than Arvida Sabonis to play that role. I'm really not entirely sure because again, he's a 7'3" point guard who not only that is one of the best centers in the game. He is legitimately one of the best centers in all of my team. He's not the greatest point guard in the world, but he might be the cheesiest. But he still can play at that center position and do it at a really high rate. He's a way better Yao Ming. He's a way better Ralph Sampson. Arvida Sabonis, S tier. Simmons. Now, Simmons isn't bad. There's a reason why, again, we've seen Ben Simmons be in... we saw him in 250k squads. We saw Duncan running the guy in 250. He's still one of the best defensive point guards in the game. The problem is he can't shoot. Like, if you want to use Ben Simmons effectively, you gotta use him as a screener. He's gotta be there to set screens. That's all Ben Simmons really does. Is he the greatest player in the game? Not really, but I'm gonna put him B. Like, I prefer like a Bonga to him, but it's a close one. This Ben Simmons is like the other Ben Simmons except without the... I'm gonna put him C tier. He does not have like the added benefit of being a cheese point guard. He's just... They're the same card basically, except this one has got way lower hustle for some reason and can't play point guard, but he can play center, which is also an interesting position for Simmons. Not a great one, but interesting. I'm going to find one player for each of the tiers. So for worthless tier, are there any straight up worthless players on this list? I don't think so. I think I've made a pretty damn good list. I'm just call this F tier then. There's no actual worthless players. Like Bobby Portis is probably the worst player here. And Bobby Portis isn't that bad. I know one tier. I'm trying to think who's one tier higher. Who would be one tier higher than Portis? Like, I mean, Adams has to go on the bottom as well. This is a tough one. I'm gonna put Kyrie in like D. I don't think Kyrie's bad. I'm gonna put him in D tier. Then E tier, I'm gonna put in JT Thor. Again, JT Thor is not a terrible card. Like when these cards came out, when these packs came out, I literally was like, yeah, JT Thor is a beast. He's a budget beast, which he was. It's just we've gotten so many elite budget cards, and also the market's like completely crashed since then because that was like in season 4. Was Maxed Out? Maxed Out might have been the last, or Level Up might have been the last week of season 4 though, to be fair. No, it was before All-Star. Level up was before All-Star. We got Bill Walton. He's, like, again, since considering the fact... Like, Ralph Sampson should be on this list. I don't know why I didn't put Ralph Sampson on this list, but I'm putting Bill Walton in A tier. Bill Walton's so damn good on defense. He's so good. For me, he's Ben Wallace, except he plays at the center position instead of shooting guard. If you gave him power forward eligibility, this guy is like modern day Maurice Lucas. The only issue with him, again, is just the three-point rating is low at 74. But he does come with shifty dribble style. He moves. He's got quick first step. A lot of good things going from him, but he is going A tier. He's not going S. Billy Cunningham, D. He's not bad. He's not bad. He's just very undersized. I think overall, give me Simmons over. Give me Billy Cunningham. Boris Diaw. I love Boris Diaw, but you're D tier. You're D tier on this list. Or sorry, you're E tier on this list. Boris Diaw is all around solid. No real flaws. Not a bad player, not a great player either. So I'm gonna put him in. I think it's a reasonable enough tier. Put him in E tier at this stage. Okay, so I'm gonna go. We are 6 minutes in. I'm gonna put in some of our worthless tier players, and guys going in that tier are Steven Adams. Or say not worthless in F. Steven Adams has to go in F, doesn't he? He's not bad. I mean, like, you're not going to use the guy if you're really completely trying to win at all costs, but I mean, he's fine, isn't he? He really is fine at his role. He really is fine. Okay, so then we got, Tom Chambers belongs in F. Tom Chambers is a garbage man. He was like, when he came out, there were like no pink diamonds for under 10k, and he comes out in his 5k because he was so bad. He was shocking. He was absolutely shocking. Okay, anyone else that's just bad? McBuckets? Is McBuckets DF? I don't think so. Jeff Green's not F tier. Lance obviously not. Robert Pack? Not even the worst player in the world. But I do think Robert Pack's got to go into F. I do think he just has to go into F tier. Brandon Ingram. He's not brilliant. He's not bad. His animations are good. Like 75 on quick, the Pro 3 behind the back, which is Scotty. He just doesn't get great defensive animations. But he's an alright card. I'll put him C. Buddy Hield getting to B tier. Buddy's release one is still one of the best in the game. Kobe on quick for me is still one of the best releases in the game. Kobe on normal's chick. Kobe on quick is chick. I just can't wait to see what Kobe on very quick is like on the next Kobe card we get. But he does come with like shifty dribble style, a pretty decent defender, and at his price of what's it, like 1200? Yeah, that's what I'm B tier. Cam Johnson. I think he shoots alright. I don't think he's that good a card. Like, if you're asking me, is he better than JT, Thor, or Diaw? Probably. If you're asking me if he's good, I don't really think so. So he's going to go D. Reddish, S. Reddish is a guy that is capable to be ran against the best players in the world using the best players in the world. Cam Reddish is equally as good as his diamond from NBA 2K20. We're just in an era where you cannot add badges, where you can add badges to cards. And if you're playing the game competitively, cards have to be super souped. If every card could not have badges added, Cam Reddish would be one of the top 5 guys to run in the game at the 2 guard position. They're obviously just super souped cards. Are way better than Reddish, but it is what it is. We got D tier for Birdman. Birdman had his time. His time's not now. He did have a couple of weeks where he was good. Leitner. Now, Leitner's good. Leitner and Danny Manning from these spotlights are both all really good. Danny Manning got that base 4 on quick, that big player build. The good ratings. He may not have the badges, but his stats are good. His player model makes him look about 7'1". I'm telling you, Danny Manning is one of the most slept on players in all of my team. Now, Leitner's so chick. They gave Leitner base 31. Fundamental dribble style, just an all-around good card. A 6'11" dude that can play at the power forward. These are so underrated, these three guys. Kispert. He hits 3-pointers. He hits 3-pointers. I'm sorry, that's all Corey Kispert does. He hits 3-pointers. Each year. DeBuscher. Now, DeBuscher is a beast. DeBuscher, a member of Team Heart, a guy that was in my team for the longest time. Dave DeBuscher is nice. I'm just saying, lads. Dave DeBuscher is a really, really nice card. Some of you guys definitely should try to pick up. Or if you are on a budget, really, really good. Plays great defense and will hit shots. DeJounte. One of the most underslept on guys in the game. Really good player build. Decent release. Shoots the ball well. Defends really, really well. The only issue is that he got low interior, but at the end of the day, that doesn't matter in most scenarios. DeJounte is brilliant. DeJounte is absolutely brilliant. Derrick Anderson, I put him on that Buddy Hield level. As a 2-guard, I would say he's on a very, very similar level to a Buddy Hield. I think a lot of people would have Buddy Hield over Derrick Anderson, or say Derrick Anderson over Buddy Hield. That's fine. I just think his player model is tiny. You know, Derrick Anderson 6'5", Buddy Hield 6'4". Buddy Hield feels taller because of the player models. Anderson kind of feels a lot like a Jamal Crawford when he moves. His release is okay. He's B tier. They're both B. Darren Williams. Better than Kyrie. Not better than C tier. Like, Darren Williams is not bad. He's not bad. But there are flaws with the card. Like, he's got a decent release. But he comes with base dribble style. But his stats are fantastic. So it all really depends on what you want. If you want more of an offensive player, you go Kyrie. If you want more of a defensive player, go Darren. I'll move Darren down. Yeah, I'm cool with that. McBuckets getting to each year. McBuckets is the exact same as Corey Kispert. He will hit a wide open jump shot, will not do anything else. Will be a mediocre defender. However, one tier higher is Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson will at least dunk on people. And he'll hit the deep three equally as well as these two guys. And the difference is that Duncan Robinson has like shifty dribble style and will dunk it on people. Because they have to make him dunk because they made his glitch card dunk. No, Duncan's the best of those three and it's not even close. It's really not even close. He's the best of those three. Earl Monroe. I mean, Earl Monroe is better than Kyrie and Darren Williams. So Earl Monroe is not terrible. He's C tier. He's not the greatest card in the world, but he's C tier. Also going into C tier is Gary Payton. I think DeJounte is that little bit better than Payton. Payton's good though. Payton's basically just his pink diamond. Oh, screw it. Payton, you go C tier. You go B tier. Payton is a really, really good card. Like, again, if you've ever used the pink diamond Payton, you're getting the exact same card here. Like, I know I obviously have not hyped up this card a lot in videos. I mean, you can maybe even argue Payton. I don't know why I started Payton C tier. You can maybe argue Payton in A tier, honestly. For now, he's going to go B tier. He's better than DeJounte. He's literally just pinked on Payton. One of the most highest longevity cards in the game. Gary Payton II is really good. His release is so chick. He's just got a tiny player model. Like, Payton would be in B tier. He's not, like, Gary Payton II is not that much worse than Gary Payton. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think there's much of a difference between these two cards. The big thing is, though, is that Gary Payton II has got a way faster release. Like, his release is way faster. That base 8 on quick is way faster than Payton's release. But it's kind of harder to hit, and his player model is tiny compared to Gary Payton. Mikan... C? D? He's not terrible. He's not good. Not terrible. Put him D. He had his time, though, man. Mikan well and truly had his time. He was a beast. Gerald Green. Gerald Green's nice. He's actually good. He's got a good ball handle. He's he'll dunk it on people. He'll move really well. He's not the worst defender in the world, and he's got a good player build. So, yeah, Gerald Green. You go in here in in this tier. Glenn Rice. Glenn sucks. Glenn's at this Corey Kispert, Doug McBuckets tier. I'm sorry, that's the tier that I'm putting Glenn in. He's really not up to much. Greg Oden. Now, Greg Oden's A tier. Greg Oden is one of the most slept on centers in all of my team. The guy is a beast. The guy is the closest thing budget players can get to a Shaq. Like, he's got that monster player build. He will hit the wide open 3-ball. He'll hit the mid-range shot. He's got fantastic defense and rebounding stats. I'm telling you, lads, he really, really is that good. I know a lot of people are probably saying like, oh, he's not good at all. Man, just use him. He'll hold his own. He will hold his own against almost anybody. Okay, next up we got Hiro. I really like Hiro. I'm gonna put Hiro in A. Hey, Hiro's not S. I'm not putting Hiro in S tier. I'm gonna put Hiro in A. Hiro can move, man. Hiro can move. He also will shoot the ball and he's not a bad defender. I mean, you can maybe argue Hiro S. I'm putting Bonga in A tier as well. I really like Bonga. I think he's a fantastic player. I'm just looking like, I don't have Evan Turner. Evan Turner would also be an A tier. I need to move my tiers around a little bit. So, I mean, you four guys are staying in F tier. Move Dio down. I don't mind Dio. Gonna move you down. You down. You down. Gonna now move him down. And from this tier, as much as I love Dave the Busher, he's not as good as AK, but it's close. Really close. Gotta move Greg Oden down. Jalen Green, I'm gonna put Jalen Green in A tier. The only problem with Jalen Green is, again, low interior. The only issue is that he is low interior. Other than that, he's got range extender. He will dunk it on everybody. He's fast. He'll shoot the lights out. Power within one is slightly better. I think it's half range the power within one gets, which is quite a big difference, but I just accidentally only brought the card out for this one. Mashburn is bang average. Like, Mashburn is not bad at anything. He's just got all around solid stats. He has no flaws. He's just a better version of Billy Cunningham. Harden, look, at this stage in the game, is Harden D? Harden's surprising. Like, Harden is so slept on. He's actually good. Even this Diamond Harden. Like, obviously the Opal Harden is a lot better because he can play point guard. But if you actually look at their stats, even their badges, there's not that big a difference between the Opal and the Diamond Harden, other than the fact one can play point guard in-game. This Harden he's D tier easily. You know, C tier for Worthy. I know he's got an interceptor. I know his stats are okay, but he's just not that good in-game. And I think anyone who's used James Worthy can back me up on that. Like, he's just objectively fine. Jeff Green. If I'm putting Dio in F tier, I'm gotta put Jeff Green in F tier. I don't even mind. I like Jeff Green. I do like Jeff Green. He's really hard to contest. Super fast release. I like him. It's just, again, if I got Dio down here, he's down here. Lynn's better than Kyrie. Lynn's also better than Payton. Do I put Lynn in A tier? I'm going to put Lynn in B. Lynn's a beast, though. Lynn is a beast. Jerry West, C tier. Jerry West isn't terrible. He's better than Kyrie, but not by much. His release is alright. His dribbling is alright. His stats overall are good. And again, I'm not sure what price he is now. He was 5k at one stage. Jerry West, solid player. Not a brilliant player. Just very, very solid. C tier. Jimmy Buckets. I'm so tempted. I'm putting him in S. I think Jimmy Buckets is so good. First of all, TTO, he's the best player on this list. Probably. Second of all, like, just run a tall... Just literally put him guarding ball and move your small forward to guard. Run a small forward that can guard power forwards. And make Jimmy Butler guard ball. Jimmy Butler's in the top 5 on-ball defenders game. He's as good on-ball and on-ball defense as Dark Magic White. He's really elite. He's really elite at that. The problem is you just have to get used to him on triangle. And he's also a little bit very undersized for power forward. But he's still brilliant. Noah. Look, I'm sorry. Whatever about the memes, he's nowhere near as good as Birdman. Whatever about the heart memes. Like, Noah does have heart. But he also does, like, like, memes aside, jokes aside, Joakim Noah sucks. Like, that's the reason why there's memes. The card legitimately sucks. I got bored. Sold David Robinson and said, screw it, I'll play with Joakim Noah for a game. He legitimately sucks. I'm going B tier. I'll go B tier for Joe Johnson. Joe Johnson would be A tier or S tier if, again, he didn't have one lung. It's like he can't even breathe. Wall, S. Wall's so good. Wall is so damn good. I don't care what anyone says. John Wall in this game is so freaking good, lads. He can shoot. He can dribble. He can play defense. The only issue with Wall is that he's got kind of low interior. It's not even that low. It's in like the 60s. And I get it. His block rating is low as well. But it doesn't matter because he gets the Dwayne Wade chase down animations. The low block rating doesn't matter on a 6'4 player, but the animations do, which he gets great ones. John Wall, because again, John Wall is one of the best shot blocking guards of all time. There's a reason why he's an unbelievable shot blocker in game. They gave him the animations first. Just like why Dwayne Wade, even when Dwayne Wade has cards with low block ratings, Dwayne Wade still blocks a bunch of shots because of the animations. And that is what we have got on John Wall. Josh Smith. Hey. He can still play. Josh Smith can still really play. Like, if you need Josh Smith to play for your team, he can. He still plays lanes. He'll still play defense. He's solid. Julius Randle. Randle's not bad. I'm going to put Randle in C. He's a little bit undersized for a center. A little bit slow for a power forward. He's got interceptor, even though his defensive stats other than that aren't great. His jumper is okay. I mean, look, you could argue Randle in B or in C. I'll put him in C for now, but it's close. It's close. KPJ. I'm going to put KPJ in like that DeJounte Murray tier. KPJ's good. He's like a way worse version of Jalen Green. He's not bad though, and he is a sniper. Korver. You see these guys like Duncan Robinson, Doug McDermott, Kispert. Korver is like those guys, except he is shifty. He's a better defender. Yeah. That's pretty much why. Odom. Odom's fantastic. Odom is actually fantastic. I don't care what anyone says. Odom's fantastic. The most slept on big man in the game, Lamarcus Aldridge. The single most slept on card in my team. I don't even mean slept on like, oh, he's just like, that he's really good now, or that he was really good for his time and people are just sleeping on him now. No. Even when he came out, people said this card sucked. Let me explain to you what Lamarcus Aldridge does in 2K. Let me explain to you what Lamarcus Aldridge does in 2K. So I'm going to bring the database screen on right here. So Aldridge, 10 huffs, 84 speed, which is fine for a center, 93 ball, Brook Lopez release, which is chick. He's also got not the worst lateral, not the greatest, but solid interior defense, really good post game. Is 6'11", can play power forward. As well as that, has got all of these shooting badges, including range, some decent playmaking, and some solid defensive badges. Especially for a big man. Like, if you compare him to a Pat Burke, if you compare him to a Pau Gasol, he matches up very, very, somewhat closely. He's A. Lance, A. Lance is freaking class. Sorry, the way Lance Stevenson can move on the floor, the way he shoots the ball, he's so good. LeBron James, A. Maybe S. LeBron's brilliant. He's literally just Opal LeBron. And I know some people that say the Opal LeBron, the Dark Matter LeBron feel the same. And if you're arguing that, then yeah, this LeBron's the same as the Dark Matter LeBron. He's definitely better on next gen than current gen. This is the worst LeBron has been in a long time in 2K. Does not change the fact that he is an absolute beast. Pat Burke. If I'm going to be completely honest, Pat Burke's low A and I'm putting all Gasol in S. If I'm going to be honest, he's here. But if we're talking purely about, like, considering he's a locker co player, if we're taking value into account, I think you can maybe argue Pat Burke in S. I think Pat Burke and Gasol are basically the same card. For me, Pat Burke is more chick because of his upper. Gasol is better at everything else. So I'm going to put Gasol in S and Pat Burke out here in A tier. Then we got Penny Hardaway. So Penny Hardaway is going to go... if I've got Jimmy in S, Penny's in A. He's another one you got to put like guarding your small forward. Can't put him on ball like Jimmy. But on offense, his release is so chick, his movement's so good. Man, like I know really good players that run their whole offense through Penny Hardaway power forward. He's another one of those guys, if he was primary point guard, which is his actual position, he would be like a 98 overall. This card reminds me, do you remember LaMelo from last year? If you want to run him as your primary ball handler, trust me, go for it. He can do that at an unbelievably good rate. Pistol Pete Maravich for 9,000 MT for this guy. Screw it. S. Pistol Pete Maravich, he has one flaw. He's fun. Pistol Pete has got like 98 speed, God tier badges, a good driving dunk, really good on defense, and is 6'5" with a good wingspan and good player build. His flaw, Ray Allen based on normal timing. Which isn't even that bad a release. It's still... Ray Allen normal's as good as half the release in the game on quick. But he can free in locker code. This guy slept on. Pistol Pete's so good. Rashad B. Rashad's tall and can shoot. That's what he's going to do. He can move a little bit. Like he moves a lot better than some of these guys in these lower tiers. But he's going to go B. Rex. I'm going to put Rex in C tier. Let me explain why. He can dunk, he can shoot. His defense leaves so much to be desired. Dude doesn't even come with interceptor. I'll give him B, but that's as high as I'm putting him. RJ Barrett, go get yourself into S tier. RJ Barrett, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous 2-guard / small forward. Doesn't matter where you're putting him. He can guard ball, he can guard wing, he can shoot, he can dunk. RJ Barrett does everything well in my team. Scottie Pippen, get into B tier. Scottie was damn good for his time. Nah, if I got Worthy in C tier, I'm putting a Scottie Gumby. Scottie's at the Scottie behind the back. Doesn't offer much on offense, but I mean, if you just need to hit wide open shots, he does that fine. Dinwiddie, B. Dinwiddie is definitely a step below Jalen Green and Bonga. But he's not bad. Again, he moves for a tall point guard. The problem is that his release is just so freaking baited. Like he floats in the air. It's not on quick. His release is not good. It's easy to green, but it's just slow. Okay. Then we got Thurl. And this is the Pink Diamond Thurl, not the Opal Thurl. And for that reason, I'm just going to put Thurl in A. I think Pink Diamond Thurl is not as good as Pow, whereas Opal Thurl's better. Opal Thurl is not a budget player, Pink Diamond is, so I'm going to put Pink Diamond Thurl in A. Tony Kukoc, I'm going to go... I don't even mind. I'm going to go BA for the Kukocs. Am I right in saying that like Amethyst Tony Kukoc is better stats-wise than Diamond? And I also think a 6'10", 7'2" wingspan player at the 2-guard / point guard is better than a 6'10", 7'2" wingspan player at small forward, power forward. So, in fact, stats-wise, they are identical. They're identical. The only difference is that one gets half corner specialist and half volume shooter instead of gold. But as a worse position. I'm going to actually do it just because of the fact that one can be a cheese 2-guard or point guard. This Kukoc's going A tier. Psycho T, A. I'm going to go Psycho T, A. I'm going to go Hiro, B. I'm going to go Halliburton, B. Halliburton's not like Psycho T does everything right on the floor. He's fast. He has a big player build. He's gonna hit shots. He's got range. He'll play defense. He'll play offense. He'll do everything. Psycho T is a beast in game, and unlike real life, he doesn't get T-Rex arms. Tyler Hiro might be the most offensively gifted guard on this list. He might be in the top 5 most offensively gifted guards in the game. Problem is, T-Rex arms and doesn't play defense. He's 6'5", but his wingspan is 6'3". His arms are tiny, but again, the guy can flat out cook with Trey. The guy's got Trey Young release with shifty dribble style, which is nuts. And Halliburton, I don't like that Aaron Gordon based on normal, but he does move well and he's not small for a point guard. So yeah, that is the video. That is the tier list. So we've gone all the way from F tier to S tier. Let me know which you guys agree with, which you guys don't. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.